Okay, today I'm going to put in a new LR Bags element into this McPherson Kevin Michael Sable. Had some issues with the last system that was in there. Every one of my guitars has a bag system, whether it's the Anthem or the Element, or I've even got an I-beam in this old Big Baby Taylor. Super easy to do the install yourself. So I'm gonna show you how I do it. I use a Kaiser on about the 9th fret just to hold the strings. And I use this so that the strings don't fall off. I'm gonna change the pickup, put these strings back on so I can test the pickup to make sure it's level. If I have to take them off and on, I don't want to do that with brand new strings. I'm going to change the strings, but these are going to be what I use to test the pickup to make sure that everything is balanced. Sometimes when you put an undersaddle pickup in, it can not be seated correctly, or not be flat, or be pinched on one side more than the other. And so this is how I check that. That's a good reminder when you string new strings on the guitar to start with the 6th string, go to the 1st string, maybe the 2nd, and then the 5th, 3rd, and 4th, so that you keep pressure balanced on that undersaddle pickup so that you don't pinch and end up throwing off the balance of the electronics. Now my strings are loose, I can get these pins out. If you don't have Music Nomad products, you're missing out. So now I have full access to the system and to the undersaddle pickup. The Element VTC consists of the volume control that's going to sit in the sound hole, the undersaddle pickup, and the strap jack. Very simple solution. Comes with a new battery pack, but I already had a system in here. I've already got this in the guitar, so this is a backup in case I ever need one. It's always a good idea to change this when you pull out your old system so that you can take your measurements off of where the nuts were and match those. I don't have that luxury this time, so I'm gonna have to do it by feel. Start with a guess. Drop all the wires inside so that I can reach back, and I think I actually measured correctly. It looks pretty good. Done this a few times. There's a little pinhole in the end that allows you to hold it tight while you tighten the nut, but I think I'm getting it pretty tight with my fingers. I think it's important. I like to make sure that these wires are not crisscrossed. So I'm going to isolate the piezo. If your guitar did not have a pickup already installed, then you may not have a hole for the piezo. Just one of the smallest drill bits you've got right in the corner at an angle. Start small and make it bigger if you need to. It's good to pull it up, push it to the very end. Sometimes I've had some guitars that had a hole on both sides, so I could put the piezo from or the undersaddle pickup from either way. If I have that, then I could put this tip right in that other hole to hold it in place. I don't here, so I'm going to use the saddle. Make sure it covers the span of the saddle and hold it in place. Now, can't do this with a standard guitar, but with this McPherson, my sound hole is independent of the strings. So I'm going to go ahead and hold this down with my old strings. If you don't have this ability, then just continue working on the wiring and do this last. That's just going to hold the saddle down while I align these wires. Wire pins also come in here, which are already installed in my guitar, and so I'm going to find them. Just stick these down where you want the wires to be held. Get them out of the way. You don't want them to be seen through the sound hole when you're playing. I really like them on the back of the guitar and not on the top. You don't want to restrict the movement of the top. Also, one of the reasons that you're tying down the strings is so that as you play and as you move, you don't hear that. You don't hear the wires hitting the guitar. The wire for the actual pickup needs one piece to hold it, and that will be secure. I'm telling you, this is so easy. I used to be afraid to make changes in my guitars, but it really is an easy process the way the Bags does it. And all their instructions, you don't need my video. All their instructions are online on video. And so there's the volume and tone control in place. Another wire tie for the battery. Any extra wire like this battery wire is too long. Tuck it in before you Velcro that battery down. That'll keep the wire free from slapping against your guitar while you put the rest of these pins in. There you have it. Ready to tune up, ready to play, and then restring. Keeping the pressure balanced across this pickup. There we go.